Everyone thinks cold weather kills NFL scoring. Announcers say it, analysts say it, your uncle says it at Thanksgiving, but after analyzing 15 years of NFL data, they're all wrong. And I can prove it in the next 5 minutes. Now look at this chart. On the left, you got temperature. Freezing games below 32 degrees. They average 44.9 points. Cold games, 44.1. Mild weather, 45.2, and hot days, 44.8. You see that? The temperature barely moves the needle. We're talking a 1 point difference between a frozen tundra game and a perfect 75-degree weather day. But now look at the wind. Calm conditions, 46.3 points. That's above the league average. But once you hit 15 miles per hour or higher, that drops to 42.8. That's a 3.5 point difference. It's not a myth, it's physics. Cold air doesn't stop at the football, wind does. So if you're betting the unders this playoff weekend because it's cold in Buffalo, you're betting the wrong thing. Alright, so we know that wind matters, but when does it actually become a problem? Because 5 mile per hour wind isn't the same as 20. So look, under 10 miles per hour, offenses are fine. 46.4 points, 44.9 points. That's normal football. But once you cross the 12 mile per hour mark, something breaks. 10 to 12 miles an hour, you drop to 43.9 points. And then at 15, you fall off the cliff. 43 points, 42 points, games at 22 mile an hour wind average, just around 42.2 points. And that's a 4 point drop from calm conditions. Why is this? I think it's obvious. It's because kickers can't kick, quarterbacks can't throw deep, and teams that normally throw 40 times a game suddenly start running it up the middle on 3rd and 8. This is the danger zone. And if you're watching the divisional round this weekend, check the wind forecast, not the temperature. Now let's talk about the 8 teams playing this weekend, because not all teams are built the same when it comes to weather. So first, Buffalo. And look at this. They score 1.5 points above their season average when they're playing in freezing games. They've played 30 of them since 2010. They're built for this. Same thing goes for New England. They're plus a point two in the cold and a point there in the snow. And they played 5 snow games and they somehow get better. I know he's not the head coach now, but that's Bill Belichick at his finest. But now look at Houston. This is kind of interesting. They're minus 4 points in freezing temperature and minus 7 points in rain. It's probably because they practice in a dome. In the snow, they don't even have data in the last 15 years. If Houston goes to New England in January or Denver and it snows, this chart is basically screaming, fade the Texans. And then there's San Francisco, and this shocked me. They're minus 7 points in freezing temperatures and minus 13 in snow, but that's only based on 2 games. So now they probably don't see snow all too often, and if they play at Chicago for the NFC Championships, yikes. Speaking of Chicago, look at this. As predicted, plus 5.9 points in the snow, and they played 11 of them. The Bears are built different in the snow, but minus 4.8 in the rain, it's kind of interesting. And the Rams, that's minus 10 points in freezing weather. It's the worst of this chart. LA's offense is built for speed on fast turf. You put them on frozen grass in Foxborough or Soldier, that's not their game. So here's the bottom line. Temperature is overrated, wind is underrated, and experience matters. If you bet unders, then don't look at the thermometer, look at the wind speed. And if a dome team is traveling to the frozen tundra for the first time, it's not just hearsay, the data says to fade them. All of this analysis is built on the NFL Data PY Python library. Completely free, completely open source, every play, every game from 2010 to today. And I put all my code on GitHub so you can run it yourself, modify it, or build your own models. The GitHub link is in the description, the entire Jupyter notebook, all the visualizations, and everything you saw is yours. Go break it down for your own playoff matchups. Good luck this weekend, and remember, it's not the cold, it's the wind.